What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm with IJ and we are locked in. This is Put a Ring on It, episode 8. We know last week we got the bombshell dropped on us. Allegedly, Kai and Darian slept together, and oh my goodness, Darian's like, look, I came here for some closure. I'm not trying to talk about all that. I'm taking my girl Alexia and we are moving on. Now we got to pick up where we left off. But before we get into that, shout out to the notification gang. If you're new to the channel and you want to be a part of it, hit your subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Hit that like button. It's the easiest thing you can do. Now we got to move forward now. We got to get past that because Kai is out of our life. We closed that door. Hopefully. We got rid of the condo. Hopefully. So now let's see where they go. This is Put a Ring on It, episode 8. Darian starting off on a bad foot. I know everybody's looking at Darian like, man, we ain't really messing with dude, but I gotta agree with y'all, man. He messing up bad, and if this is my dog, I had to play, hey, bro. You had to clean this up. You had to do something, man. But I'm not getting in it. If Alexia asks me anything, I ain't got nothing to do with it. But you gotta get rid of that condo. You gotta do something, bro. She keeps saying, what was a good time to tell me this? After you slept with me? I'm like, look, I'm not talking to you no more about sleeping with you or any of that. Me and you are done. There's no more conversation to have with this. Whatever happened is done. That condo was gone. She's talking about, well, what happened to my condo is your condo. Man, that's like that with any woman. When a chick comes over, hey, my place is your place. If it's somebody I'm comfortable with, you do what you want to do. Don't tear nothing up, but you can do what you want to do. That don't mean nothing. But now that condo's gone and you and I are done, then we don't have nothing else to talk about. So quit bringing it up. Darian let this just play on and play on. He talking about he got the devil and the angel here. Now he's coming to a realization. I should have just told Alexia what was going on. He let this thing go too far. I told y'all, when he went on multiple dates with her, that was all bad. Every week I would have been asking for a new person to go on a date, because if you keep going on dates, you're going to build that connection. It's going to lead to things. You never go on multiple dates. If you ever get on the show, fellas, never go on multiple dates with the same woman. LaRhonda goes on a second date with Derek, and they're having these conversations. She's asking him, has he been married before? He's like, nah, but that's the plan for him. And for her, she's looking for a guy that she can relate to, you know, family, respect, marriage, all of this coming together. We know her and Shon, their relationship, they look out for each other, but they need to be actually going through the process, according to Dr. Nicole. So for Shon, it's hard for him to do it, but for LaRhonda, she's actually going through with it. She's having meaningful conversations, and it looks like things are working for her because she's getting to speak about all of the things that's necessary for her to move forward with somebody. Derek is asking the questions. You feel like you're with a guy that if you put that pressure on him and tell him this is what you want, these are your demands and standards, he will fold. So pretty much he's going in on my boy Shon. And she's like, nah, she doesn't feel like that necessarily, but there are some things that she can bring up to Shon that, you know, they may not move as fast or as smoothly as she wants to. I still don't agree with, you know, talking to a woman about her relationship that she's in with a dude, because right now it's like, even if you two get together, you're still going to be the side guy technically. I don't agree with talking about the guy that you're with at that moment. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Once you and him are done, then I can ask you in the generalization of who, you know, you previously was with, all of them grouped together, and we can see overall. Now, Derek, he's saying everything that he wants to, and he's like, hey, you know, the courthouse is, you know what I'm saying, down the street. We can go there right now and get married. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is fill out the little fee thing. That ain't much. Go in there. They get you married right there in the courthouse. Eric and Jessica, I like how their relationship is as far as the show goes. These two, they go at it, but they go at it in a way where it's playful, but at the same time, they be for real. Now, they're talking about coming up with their marriage statement, and it's trusting each other and having each other's back at all times. So Eric is explaining that he hasn't seen what marriage is in his family. His parents weren't married, so he's just taking everything from scratch, and he's trying to put it together in his own eyes and vision of how marriage should be. Turns out Eric missed telling Jessica Happy Mother's Day. I know it's a made-up day. It doesn't have anything to do with anything, but women love Mother's Day, so you gotta at least say Happy Mother's Day. She's like, oh, you could have ordered something, had it sent to the house. I'm like, it's Mother's Day. You're a mother every day. Like, It doesn't need to be celebrated, but you know, it is what it is. Me personally, I don't do none of that. Mother's Day, Father's Day. Oh, and ladies, stop texting me Happy Father's Day. I don't have any kids. I find it disrespectful. I don't like that joke. I'm not a father. But you know, women, they take it differently. So you got to make sure you hit them up. Happy Mother's Day. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Like all of that stuff. I don't celebrate holidays. So for me, I let that be known up front though. Here we go. Now, Jessica has 2 kids. Eric, he wants a child of his own. And she's like, oh, I feel like he's pressuring me. That's just like you pressuring him. Oh, you need to tell me Happy Mother's Day. You need to send me a gift. That's pressuring him. And this is one reason I say this, fellas. And I know the ladies, some are gonna get mad. This is why I don't date single mothers, because I'm gonna want a child of my own. Yeah, I'm gonna love your kids too, but I'm gonna want a child of my own. And if a woman that I'm with tells me she doesn't want any more kids and already has kids, then that's enough. That for me, I'm not gonna stick around for that. That's just me. I want kids eventually, and whoever I have kids with, hopefully it's my wife. But that's why I don't really date single mothers, because that's kind of selfish. Jessica doesn't want any more kids. Eric wants one with the woman he's with, but she's like, no, I already got 2. Yeah, but they ain't mine. I want one too. Just like I was saying, even Eric's looking at it. I don't know if I would marry a woman. Matter of fact, I wouldn't marry a woman that doesn't want to have kids with me. Like, that's what I'm here for. I want to start a family with us. So if a woman doesn't want to have kids with me, then I'm like, all right, well, this isn't going to go far. We can have fun, but I'm definitely not about to marry a woman that has kids that doesn't want to have a kid with me. I'm not going to marry a woman that has kids in general, but I'm just saying overall, most men, when they get married, they're going to want a child. For Alexia, she has Dr. Nicole have a one-on-one with her. Now, it turns out she found out that Darian did sleep with Kai in the condo. So for her, this really hurts, because that's one of her, one of the places she lays her head. And she's looking at it like, she just let this go on and go on. So she kind of feels bad for herself, where in reality, she shouldn't feel bad for herself or down at all. I know it hurts because the one that you loved is out here wilding out, but don't blame this on yourself, because this is one time I don't agree with the fellas, and you can't feel bad for yourself for something somebody else is messing up. He did you wrong and led you on with this, and that's really unacceptable for anybody. If you're going to do something, let it be known and clear up front before you go and hurt somebody. At least give them the proper respect and let them know, hey, this is what I'm doing. It's looking like it's going this way. He was all the way wrong, especially for her to find out this way. Y'all know I'm the assistant to Dr. Nicole. So when she speaks, I listen, I take notes, and I break down what she says. And she gives Alexia an example saying that men, they don't sabotage what they have. But she also gives an example of kids, little boys, when we play with Legos, how we build something up and we tear it down, and then we build something up and tear it down because we're not quite sure what we want. And she's saying that if we just keep building, then we can have something big to stand on and something to be proud of. Now, me, when I built something with Legos, I ain't tear it down. I built something else next to it, and I built something else on the other side, because we used to keep our Legos up. So I understand where she's coming, but most of us didn't tear stuff down. But she's saying overall, men, they don't sabotage what they have. We build and then we tear it down. We build. We still want to keep what we have. We just not sure how to do it. And that's what's going on with Darian, because we see that he still wants to be with Alexia. Now, the tear down part is he went with Kai. He built back up with Alexia, but then he tore it down and he slept with her. But he doesn't want anything to do with her because he wants to be with Alexia. And it's tough for her because she loves Darian. She thought that they were best friends, and this wouldn't happen if they were friends. But Darian just got a mind of his own. She tells Dr. Nicole it shouldn't have happened this way. Like we said earlier, he built something up with her, he tear it down, run the Kai. Come back with her, build it up, tear it down. And he always says, well, you shouldn't have done this, when he doesn't take any accountability for himself. And when he does, he tries to say, well, if you did this too. He never just like, my bad for what I did, I apologize for it. So I can see where she's coming from on this. And a lot of men, we do, saying we escape stuff, but in this situation, like, you've been with this woman for 14 years. There's no excuse for this one. LaRhonda and Shon, they're doing their assignment for the week, and they're planning their marriage and planning like what the wedding would be. LaRhonda, she has an idea of a smaller wedding, about 20 people in an intimate setting. Shon's like, oh no, we need more than that. I got a lot of groomsmen. I need about 6, 7, 8 of them. You know what I'm saying? So they're joking, going back and forth on this. And then Shon brings up kids. Like, oh, well, you know, if we're only going to have 3 groomsmen, I want 7 kids. Now, Shon, he really isn't making that kind of money to have 7 kids. But LaRhonda's also talking about 4 kids and potentially adopting. Now, I don't know if people understand how much it really costs to adopt kids, but it's expensive. And why are we adopting kids? As a man, I'm not trying to adopt a kid when we're able to have kids of our own. That's taken away from our family and what we got going on. Yeah, that's selfish because I'm here for my family and my family first. So I'm not going to adopt kids when we're capable of having kids. Now, if we're older or we can't have kids, then all right, I take it adoption as a route. But no, we having kids. She asked Shon, how does he feel about divorce? And he's like, it depends on the situation. And I totally agree. I got a divorce. Luckily for me, we were cool. We split. We ain't give up nothing. But, you know, I had that prenup anyway. So you wasn't getting $1 out of me. And I advise everybody, if you get married, no matter what you have, both parties get a prenup. Because if it goes bad on one side, nobody should get over on the other unless you can have an agreement. But that's neither here or there. People, oh, prenup. If you guys aren't going to get a divorce, then the prenup shouldn't even matter then, right? So just sign the prenup. You leave with what you got and we split with what we got together. Simple as that. Jessica's going on another date with our boy Shon. And you know, Shon always comes showing up. Him and Jessica, they got a little bond going on. She talking about, you know, my house is a little in shambles right now because they aren't in agreement. But from what I'm seeing is Eric wants a child. She doesn't want any more kids. She already has 2. So she's looking for a guy that's just going to take her and her kids in and be like, oh, well, you know, this is good. Like, she's straight. Nah, man, if I'm going to marry a woman, I'm going to want a kid with her. It's just as simple as that. That's me. But, you know, everybody don't think like that. Shon expressed after 2 dates that, you know, he's kind of falling for her. He likes her. Now, this is the 3rd date, and she's like, I could see myself possibly liking him. Ladies, don't go on dates with fellas that you don't like. This is 3 dates in. If nothing ever comes out of this, I know she's with Eric and I know it's a show, but in general, if nothing comes out of this man Shon out here spending bread, wasting his time and money, and you like, I think I could like her. If you don't know if you like them by the 2nd date, don't go on that 3rd date. Don't keep leading this man on. And fellas, y'all gotta understand, if you express how you feel and they just like, you know, I could kind of like you. Cut it off. You wasting your time, your funds, your everything, bro. Now they went to iFly. This is something that I always wanted to do. I advise everybody, if you get a chance, go do this, because I know 90% of y'all are just like me. We ain't doing skydiving in real life. So this looks like it's fun. And we hear Shon say, you know, I want to see where things are going. You got to try things at least once. I know it's the TV show, but in real life, hey, after this 3rd date, if things ain't moving where they need to be, I'm cutting it off. Actually, I would have did that after the 2nd date, but you know what I'm saying? We different. Now, Jessica, one thing we know about her is she likes to be big-headed. She likes to get these compliments. And Shon's talking about, yeah, you know, I'm falling for you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm attracted to you. So for her, she likes hearing all that. That boosts her ego. She's like, well, if we keep going on these dates, what's going to happen? He's like, man, it's going to be trouble. She said, well, I'm not single, but yeah, it would be trouble. So fellas, especially the attractive women, they love hearing that because they always going to be some of the better looking, and they're going to always get that attention when they go places. So when they hear a guy say, oh man, you're beautiful, say, I like you. That's what they want to hear. Now they may be leading you on most of the time, but that's what they want to hear. And my boy Shon over here reading palms, making it happen. Shon putting in that work, and I like this. Now, like I said, this is a TV show, so you got to take these dates differently and less seriously. So he can't move like he really wants to because the cameras is on. So, conversations have to be kind of PG. But he's like, I like the way these dates are going. He does do a little joke talking about, I could read your mind. Yeah, my lips are soft. And he goes in for a kiss a little bit like, he's like, nah, I'm playing. But hear me out. If these cameras weren't on and they were on a date, things would be a little bit different. He may get close. He may not actually get a real kiss. He may get a kiss on the cheek or like on the neck or something. But we know how it is when the cameras is off. But while we on this TV show, we got to respect the network. On network. We ain't rated R. We PG. Darian and Alexia, they go and meet with Dr. Nicole. No one else, you two. And you know it's serious because Darian put on a suit. You know, when any brother that you normally see in like t-shirts, just relax, some jeans, puts on the suit, we either going to court, we got an interview, or we got some business to talk about, or we in trouble. And he comes in here and he's like, damn, we got some setbacks. But Alexia doesn't want to talk to me. And I understand why she doesn't, brother. But good thing y'all have Dr. Nicole here to be the liaison between you two. But Alexia really ain't feeling you right now, and it ain't nothing I can do to help you. And Alexia, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? We follow each other on Instagram. That's my homie. Alexia's hitting him with all facts. He says he was going to eventually tell her this, but he had to wait till the situation was right. She was like, that could have been after we were married, and that wouldn't have been fair. Like, you would have never said nothing unless she blurted it out. So it's like, damn, she's right about that, because I don't think he was going to tell. That would have been the best thing to not tell. But when you messing with loudmouth girls like Kai, they're going to run and tell all their business. Whenever the minute they think something ain't going their way, oh, we had sex together. But Alexia, she's saying everything and she's making valid points. Damn, Darian. And I was rocking with you too, man, but I can't save you on this. This man said, me and you were going through stuff, so I slept with her because it was a stress reliever to that next day. This man's digging that hole so damn deep, man. I'm like, Darian, stop talking. Why would you do that? Why would you say that? Oh my God. Even when me and my ex were going through it, I ain't sleep with somebody. I was in Germany. She left and went to Miami with a nigga, but I ain't mess around with nothing. I like, I'm gonna go ahead and get this divorce and we gonna make things happen. Damn, Darian. Boy, you need to, I told you, you need to discuss with me before you go out there and say stuff. We could have cleared this up easily. I won't say easily, but better than this. Now, Darian, he doesn't look like he's comfortable with giving apologies, but he's trying, and she's listening to it, but it don't look like she's listening. You know what I'm saying? She's hearing it, but it ain't sticking. It's going in and out the other. And he's like, I'm ready to come home. I'm ready to, first of all, I own several properties and I have me a house. I have this place that I'm in now also, but I'm never getting kicked out of my place. It's never, I want to come home, especially if I'm not married. I'm going to be in my place. I don't care how you're feeling. The place that I'm paying for, I'm going to be there. But in this situation, what Darian's done, he has to stay out of the house. Like, I don't even have the words to explain what Darian's done here, because this is just too far over the edge. And I know y'all sitting here like, this dude shaking my head in real life. It ain't no saving this. Dr. Nicole looks at this and she's like, all right, y'all, this is good work. It is good work because it's more of a conversation than they were going to have on their own at the house. If they were just alone, it would have probably came into arguments. Things would have probably been twisted, to try to fit Darian's narrative. But with Dr. Nicole here, what she's doing is she's holding both sides accountable, but she's letting both sides talk respectively to each other. So that's why sometimes having a therapist, like a marriage counselor or something, is going to be good for you and your relationship, because they're going to let both sides talk. They don't have a dog in the fight. They just want both of you to work it out so you can figure, are we going to work this out together, or we're going to come to agreement that it's over with between the two of you. Alexia shows up, this time without Darian. So everybody's looking like, oh Lord, what he done now? But she wants to address the group by herself so they can understand where she's coming from without Darian being there. If she goes out there and she tells everybody the closure meeting that Darian had with Kai said they slept together, and then 10 days after that, he's been ghosting her. And this is one of the reasons why she was like, he needs to get rid of the condo. And it hurts her more because she was like, get rid of the condo, because she didn't know if anything was going on there. But this just confirms everything that she was thinking. There was something going on in the condo. It was. And everybody's like, dang, that's messed up. Alexia says she's glad she went through this so she can actually see where things were really at. And she hugs everybody and she leaves the set. We got to continue though. We have other couples here. LaRhonda and Shon, they talk about their marriage planning, having the kids 4 to 7. He's sticking with that 7. But also they're talking about, he wants a big wedding. She's like, I just want a destination wedding. He's like, I need 13 groomsmen. She's like, it's going to be less than that. I'm going to tell you, that's going to be expensive. And for my boy's an entertainer, he going to have to start putting out some songs or something because you're going to need some bread for that. Believe me. But they also talk about the hard things such as divorce. And Shon's saying, well, if the situation presents itself, LaRhonda's like, nah, if we get into a situation, we're going to talk about it and we're going to try to work it out. The only thing I can see coming from a divorce is like one person steps out and has a child, divorce. One person takes all the money and loses it on divorce, or somebody just runs off with somebody else, divorce. But other than that, I don't really see any kind of assault, but I don't think Shon's putting his hands on anybody. Jessica and Eric, they talk about theirs, and of course he wants a child comes up. She's like, well, I don't know if I want a child right now. I'm already a baby mother. That's not Eric's fault you're a baby mother. That's on you and your decisions. But he's saying if he's going to marry you, he's going to want a child. And they do bring up the incident where he forgot about Mother's Day. And he said, it's not that I didn't think of you. It's just time didn't permit. And she's saying, oh, that's so important to me. If you can't respect me as a mother now, like, no one said he didn't respect you as a mother. He just didn't give you something on Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day. It's not a real day. It's some made up bull that comes on a Sunday and I don't even know what month it is. It's not a real thing. It's just Mother's Day. I can say Happy Mother's Day to you today and it means the same thing it will mean on that day. I don't understand it. But for her, that's just something. I told you earlier, like the compliments and all the things like that. I mean, all you got to do is a simple Happy Mother's Day. Set that thing in your calendar, man. All you really got to do is remember the important days like a birthday, my opinion. Mother's Day, Christmas, all that. It's just made up crap that you got to spend money for no reason. He's shaking his head because he's talking about, I felt like when I needed him the most, he failed me. It's Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day. This dude shows his appreciation, I'm sure, all year. It's Mother's Day. What did you need? Him not saying Happy Mother's Day, did that just terrorize you the whole day? Like, I don't get it. People always mention, oh, happy birthday, Mo, and that's my birthday. I don't care. He's looking, he's like, oh my God. She's really making a big deal about Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, babe. I would have just said that right there. Happy Mother's Day. I appreciate you being a mother. But there you go, episode 8. Put a ring on it. Let me know what you think about the Darian and Alexia situation, because that's the most serious thing that we have here. And real quick, when I throw in my 2 cents, it's just what I feel in the personal relationship. So don't take it against anybody on the show. I'm just saying, hey, this is how I feel about certain things. But let me know what you think about Alexia and Darian, because that's the most serious topic that we have. And I'm Mo That J. If you like the content on the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.